Hey, Mr. Alatorre. I'm Adam Horton. I go to Hutchinson Community College, and this is my informative speech. Imagine this. You're flying through the air at hundreds of miles an hour. The air ruffles your hair as you zoom along. Suddenly you have a thought. Some ice cream would be nice. And immediately you're in the world's fanciest ice cream parlor, enjoying a hot fudge sundae. What I've just described is a lucid dream. This is a dream that occurs where you're dreaming, but you realize that you're dreaming. Basically, anything becomes possible. My personal experiences with this type of phenomenon have been pretty rare. I can recall one time where I sort of woke up and I felt that my body was paralyzed. This was really scary, as can be imagined, but I realized that I was dreaming and I could do whatever I wanted. Now, that's the only type of actually lucid dream I've had, but there was another time, I've had several times, where I've had to get up in the morning and I've actually fallen back asleep and dreamed that I was getting ready for school. This is related to lucid dreaming, but it's not really the same thing. Now, while you're dreaming, what happens is your eyes start to move back and forth really fast. This is called rapid eye movement. During this time, your body is completely paralyzed to prevent you from actually acting on what you're dreaming. Imagine that. It would be a disaster. People would be trying to hurt each other and run from things and going crazy while they're actually asleep. Now about the history of lucid dreaming. People largely have dismissed claims of lucid dreaming as false for two reasons. One of them is that people really can't prove anything. While you're asleep, since you're completely paralyzed, how can you tell anyone that you're actually having a lucid dream? There's no way to prove it. Anyone who claimed to have a lucid dream was just told that they had actually woken up and imagined that they were still asleep. Now, another reason is that no one has really bothered to research it because people have just dismissed it as false. It wasn't until the late 20th century that people really started to pay attention to this phenomenon and really started to wonder about it and think it might be possible. People started researching, like, they would set eye movements in a group of test subjects, and if people were having a lucid dream, they were supposed to blink their eyelids open in a certain way, and the person observing would know then that they were having a lucid dream. For centuries, Buddhists have practiced dream yoga, which is basically inducing lucid dreams. Now, if you want to have a lucid dream, you should follow these steps. The most important thing you can do is keep dream journals and tell yourself that you want to remember your dreams. Every night before you go to sleep, tell yourself that you're going to dream tonight and you want to remember what happens. This lets your brain know that you're serious about remembering your dreams and eventually controlling them. Another technique that will help is called the wake back to bed technique. You set your alarm earlier, say like a few hours before you would normally get up. You wake up, walk around for about an hour, do regular things, and then go back to sleep. Some people haven't really discovered why, but this makes your brain much more susceptible to having lucid dream. It's just because you're sort of going back between being awake and being asleep. It just makes your brain more susceptible. Another thing you can do is have reality checks throughout your day. Every so often, just think to yourself, am I awake right now or am I dreaming? Look for signs that will tell you that you're obviously awake. Logical things like, if you flip on a light switch, does the light turn on? If you're awake, obviously it will turn on. If you're asleep, it might just get brighter, nothing might happen. I mean, if you're asleep, you don't know what's going to happen. That will tell you, once you're asleep, that you're having a lucid dream. Because dreams are mostly memory. If you keep doing reality checks throughout a day, eventually they'll start to go into your dreams, and you'll do reality checks in your dream and realize that, hey, I'm dreaming. I'm having a lucid dream. I can do whatever I want now. There are basically different levels of lucidity, ranging from being aware that you're dreaming to not being able to control it, to having full awareness and full control of what happens. If you practice enough, there's no limit to what you can do. Not even the sky's the limit. You could go to outer space. You just never know. So, incorporate what I've taught you today, and you never know. Sweet dreams. That's all.